If you had told me 3 weeks ago that I would be holding a hedgehog baby in my hand, I would have told you were crazy. I know what you're thinking. Why am I holding a hedgehog? But believe me, it's a long story. Let me back up. A few weeks ago, I saw an ad for a local pet breeder who was selling hedgehogs. Yeah, pet hedgehogs. I'd never heard of this before, so I did some research, and turns out the hedgehog world is much larger than I anticipated. For the non-hedgehog experts out there, let me catch you up. There are 15 to 17 different species of hedgehogs found in Europe, Asia, Africa, and New Zealand. The only hedgehogs that live in the United States are kept as pets, usually the African pygmy hedgehog. So why aren't hedgehogs as common here? Well, states like Arizona, California, Georgia, Hawaii, Maine, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and New York City all have laws banning these animals. But why ban such a cute animal? I contacted the Pennsylvania Game Commission to find out, and in their statement, they explained that, quote, hedgehogs are considered dangerous and injurious to Pennsylvania's native wildlife. They can, quote, carry diseases like Leptospira pomona, that affects young dairy calves, and ringworms, which affect humans. I wasn't satisfied with this response, so I reached out to former Pennsylvania State House Representative Gary Haluska. In 2013, he proposed a bill that would have redefined exotic animal permits, allowing hedgehogs to be kept as pets in the state. Obviously, the Game Commission concerns didn't bother Representative Haluska, but why?
Most of the hedgehogs I know people keep for pets. Obviously, I haven't seen them as being dangerous. They keep them, as pets in a confined area. They keep them in a cage, basically. So I don't know why the Game Commission is so adamant that they feel that they, are so dangerous if they do get out and there's a wild population of them or whatever.
I was getting mixed messages, and I was left with a bigger question: do hedgehogs make good pets? I needed more information, so I drove to the Cincinnati Zoo and met with zookeeper Sarah Swanson.
My name is Sarah Swanson. I'm the head keeper of the interpretive collection. I started here at the zoo 15 years ago in the education department doing different programs around the zoo. To take care of hedgehogs, from my perspective as a zoo professional, they are relatively easy to care for in a captive zoo environment. And that's simply because I have a lot of resources available to me. I can provide them with the correct diet, the correct enclosure, the correct environment in general to keep them happy and healthy. For me, it is relatively easy. For a pet owner, it depends. If they can provide the correct husbandry for the animal, could be, but more times than not, private individuals don't have access to the same resources that I do. I am aware that several states ban these animals. To my understanding, it's mainly due to them being possible injurious species. Personally, I don't believe that hedgehogs should be owned by private individuals. It's very difficult to create the right environment for these animals. I would suspect that they don't make good pets. Hedgehogs, unless they're really well socialized, prefer mainly to not be held as much, cuddled. So I would say no.
While I was able to interact with the hedgehogs, the zoo didn't allow untrained personnel to hold them. And how different are zoo hedgehogs compared to pet hedgehogs? I made some calls, a lot of calls, like seriously, a ton of calls. And finally, I was able to land the interview I was hoping for. So you have a lot of haters out there who say you don't make a good pet, but I got to hear it from you. What would you tell your critics? Take your time, no rush. So no comment. I wasn't getting anywhere, so I decided to talk to Finn's owner.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Hart. I've raised hedgehogs for about 4 years. I'm 13 years old and live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I chose hedgehogs because they're exotic and rather unique. Not many people have them, and they're fun pets. I've raised about 20 hedgehogs.
So, have you been spiked by them?
Multiple
Multiple
times,
times?
yeah.
Does it hurt a lot, or is it...
You get used to it.
You get used to it? Okay. All right, do you mind if we try to hold him?
Just do. There we go.
Ow! And then to pet him, you go, ooh! Yeah, this guy, I don't wanna, ooh. All right, up. Got it. Up, uh-oh.
There we go.
Aww.
Now you can bring out your other hand.
Okay,
So
yeah, he's
rolling.
spiking me.
Well, I can understand why some states wouldn't want them. If hedgehogs became illegal in Ohio, I would either move or find them better homes in surrounding states. Hedgehogs make great pets.
Do hedgehogs make good pets? I'm not qualified, or rather quilified, to say. Okay, I'm sorry, that was bad. But seriously, it takes someone smarter than me to find out. Maybe some states are right, maybe they are a pest, but you can't deny the joy that they bring.